A lot of us set goals, but we do not accomplish them. Why? Because we set open-ended goals. You want to achieve something, and you did not put any time limit to the time you want to achieve it. So we set goals and we never achieve them. That's why in this video, I want to share with you the importance of deadlines. Deadlines are so important, they'll keep you on your toes to ensure that what you have started, you finish them. Hello guys, I'm DJ Goodman, your value instructor. If all you're looking for is value to become successful in your life and business, then you're in the right place. Today, I want to discuss with you some of the reasons why deadlines are very important. Why must you set deadlines? They don't sound interesting, but deadlines are powerful things you can use to achieve all your goals, and you would not procrastinate any longer. You will set goals that you can accomplish, and you know what? You'll be accomplishing those goals and you'll be fulfilled. First of all, what are deadlines? Deadlines are the constraints of time and other resources that we impose on ourselves so that we can achieve our goals. Some people can call it time constraints or time limits or barriers that we set for ourselves so that we can accomplish the goals in our heart. The first importance of deadline I want to share with you is deadlines make us to focus and concentrate on certain goals until we have accomplished them. Say for instance, I want to write a blog post between 7 and 8 in the morning. I've set a deadline, and because of that deadline, I'll be on my toes. I'll be able to focus and concentrate on achieving that goal. But if I'm torn between so many activities, I will not be able to concentrate to finish that thing that I've set for myself. I will not be able to concentrate on a particular goal to make sure I complete it. Once there is a deadline, you get serious. I tell a lot of people that are students, once your exam timetable is out, it is a deadline. They tell you you're going to have this exam at so time, you're going to have this exam on so date. All those things are deadlines. Even students that were not serious before, they get serious. Why? Because the deadlines they've set, that the school has set for them, will keep them on their toes. Without deadlines, you will just keep thinking you have the time. You think you have the fancy of time, you have all the time to yourself. But once a deadline is set, it causes you to think properly so that you can achieve that goal. You focus, you concentrate. Deadlines help you to focus and concentrate on a goal per time. Now think about it. Why do so many people fail? Lack of time management skill. They do not have time management skill. That's why a lot of people fail. They don't know how to manage time. But once you set a deadline, you know at that point in time, you don't have time for any other activity. You want to concentrate on a goal till you achieve it. So, setting deadlines causes you to invest your time in a goal per time, to focus on something per time. So you know how to invest time instead of using time. If you have not set a deadline for yourself, you can waste your time watching the television, waste your time playing video games, waste your time gisting with friends. But when you know that you have a deadline, for instance, you have an assignment to submit, and you know if you do not submit the assignment, it carries a large chunk of mark, then you'll be serious. A deadline has been set, you have to submit the assignment by 7 a.m. tomorrow. You do not have all that time. A deadline has been set, and the lecturer does not play with you. The lecturer will punish you for not submitting at that time. So what do? When you see other people playing video games or see them watching the television, you run away from there because you know you have to finish that assignment if you do not want to fail. So you invest your time in your assignments instead of wasting it doing some other things that will not bring you profit. So setting deadlines helps you to invest your time instead of spending it. Let me ask you, do you set deadlines? Do you give yourself time constraints to achieve certain things? Comment below. I want to know, how do you set your own deadlines? Give me the examples of the deadlines you set. I can learn from what you have to say and incorporate it into my own lifestyle. The third thing I want to share with you about deadlines is deadlines help you to make wise decisions instead of starting off in many directions. People that are not wise start off in many directions instead of aiming at a particular goal. For instance, I've had people tell me before in the choice of a life partner, they will say about 10 brothers have come to them. I've heard some young ladies tell me before in the choice of a life partner that about 10 guys have come to them. And they will tell me they're considering all the 10 of them. They get confused. But someone that knows what she wants will not do that, will not start off in many directions. She will define what she wants. I want someone that is like this. I want someone that will support my goals in life. I want someone that is like this, like that. All the wise decisions that she's making will prevent her from starting off in many directions. So deadlines will do that. When you set deadlines for yourself, I can never marry someone that is like this. All those things are constraints that you've put on yourself to control yourself, to focus on your destiny. So when you have deadlines like that, it prevents you from starting off in many directions. Instead of starting off in many directions, you make wise decisions. Now, do you have some decisions you've made that you knew you were intentional about instead of starting off in many directions? Share it with me. I want to know. Please comment below. Another thing that deadlines will do for you is it will help you to start doing today the things that will matter tomorrow, or the things that will matter in your future, which means deadlines will constrain you to do things that will invest into your future. For instance, before you start gisting with friends or wasting time with certain people that you call your friends, you ask yourself, where is this leading to? Or if you're a young lady, before you enter an emotional relationship with anybody, you ask yourself, where is this leading to? I love the way somebody has put it, that when somebody is coming close to you as a young lady, if it's a guy that is coming close to you, tell them to define their intentions, especially when they always need your attention every time. Ask them where the relationship is heading to. What do they want from you? Deadlines will give you constraints that will help you to focus on things that will matter in your future. Imagine you wasting time with people that will not matter in future. Imagine you spending your time, investing your time, money, and energy in things that will never even count in your future. Deadlines will prevent you from that. So which means when you set your deadlines, you know the time to spend with certain set of people, you know the extent of friendship, extent of relationship. You set barriers with people so you know how far you can go in any kind of relationship. You know how much money you can spend doing certain things. You will not just take your money and invest it or put just all your money in something that will never count in your future. Deadlines will prevent you from wasting resources, wasting your time, doing things that will never pay in the future. That is why I always advise people to set their clock when they are doing anything. For instance, you want to gist with friends, always check your time. Do you know how many hours you spend hanging out, just gisting with people? Or just hanging out with people that do not matter. Somebody just wants your attention. You give your attention to someone that will not invest in you, someone that will aggravate you. Always check your time. I always check my time to know how far I should go with people. Or if you're doing a project, how much time are you spending on that project? Is it giving you enough value, enough money, enough dividend relative to the time you spend? That is how to set deadlines. I'm a publisher and I tell myself, if I want to work on a client's book, I always know the time I will spend executing the project. So if I'm spending far too much time on a project than I should, then I know I'm losing money because time is money. So when I know that I should do this job within 1 week and the job is taking 3-4 weeks, then I'm wasting time. I'm wasting money because I'll be using resources to sustain the excess time. So deadlines will show you whether you're making progress or not. It helps you or prevents you from spending time and money on things that will not profit you in future. We're talking about how to succeed in life and business. If you're a business person and you always procrastinate, you always postpone the things you have to do. You know you're supposed to make this call, you're supposed to write this blog post, you're supposed to promote this product so that you can make money, but you're always procrastinating. Then deadlines will help you. That takes me to the next importance of deadline. Deadlines save you from procrastination. They deliver you from procrastination. Once you've set a deadline, then it prevents you from procrastinating, from postponing something you're supposed to do now. Let me give the instance of students that write exams again. Once the exam date has been fixed, they stop procrastinating about reading. They might have been procrastinating before. I'll read tomorrow. Or even if it is a test, it could be a mid-term test or a mid-semester test. Once a lecturer says you're having a test tomorrow, that student that has been procrastinating about reading will stop procrastinating and will jump into his book and start reading. Why? Because a deadline has been fixed. So deadlines help to prevent procrastination. So if you've been postponing things you're supposed to do, just set deadlines. For instance, I wouldn't be recording this video today if I didn't set a deadline. I told the cameraman, we're meeting so day, so time, so a deadline has been fixed. I had to pack my clothes, pack everything. I knew that a deadline has been fixed. If I miss it, then I've missed so many things. So I cannot even miss it. I had to show up. Why? Because of deadlines. Let me tell you, if no deadline was fixed, I would never prepare for anything. I would never even be ready. I remember years ago when my wife and I would plan for a conference or a seminar. One of the best ways to prepare is to fix a date for a seminar, then print invitation cards and send them out. You've already fixed the deadline. There's nothing you're postponing again. People already have the invitation cards, they have the date on it, so you are bound to prepare. You are forced to prepare. Why? Because you fixed the deadline. But think about it. You're just thinking from your head that I'm going to have that seminar. I'm going to have that conference. No date is fixed yet. You're just thinking about having it. You will never prepare. You would still be your lazy self. But once the date has been fixed, a deadline has been fixed, then all the resources come together. Everything within you will work towards achieving that goal. One of the reasons why people do not achieve their goals is because of what I call the perfectionist syndrome. Well, I'm a perfectionist too. I want things to be done perfectly. I'm an author. I publish for other people. I will read and read and read and read again. In fact, you could say I proofread too much. Then I would leave it. I will feel it's not yet time to publish. I will keep reading. Give it to people to read. Then I won't want to go ahead to publish it. I have so many people that surround me like that are perfectionists. They do not want to get things done because they believe it can be better. If you are like that, you will never get anything done in your life. Because let me tell you, no matter how good you think something is today, by the time you check it some other time, maybe in the next 2 weeks, you will see that it needs improvement again. So which means you can never get to a point where you can't improve upon your projects. If you're a writer, you know what I'm talking about. If you write something and you think it's excellent today, just leave it for like 2 weeks. When you come back to it after 2 weeks, you see things you need to improve on your writing. So it's like that. You will never get to a point where you have it perfect. So when you set deadlines, what you are telling yourself is whether perfect or not, this thing must be out on this day. It must be out on this particular day. For instance, if you don't fix your wedding date, waiting for a perfect time, this can be on a lighter mood. You have pimples on your face and you say, well, until these pimples go, I will not fix my wedding date. Now, if the pimples go and you eventually fix a wedding date, then some other pimples resurface on your face. What would you do? Cancel the wedding date? You will never get to a time when you'll be perfect. So you have to fix a date, fix a deadline, then work towards that deadline. So once your wedding date is fixed, you know that you have to be on your toes to make sure that you do not disappoint yourself and disappoint your guests. You want to get things going. You want to make sure that day comes to pass, that it is a reality. Now, I want you to think about your life's goals just like that. Think about the goal you want to accomplish, like a wedding. If you fix your wedding date, will you change it? I know people that just a few days to their wedding date, they had an accident, a minor accident. The wedding still held. Why? Because it's something they cannot change. So deadlines remove something from us that prevent us from achieving our goals, and that is perfectionism. If you're a perfectionist, you can kick that perfectionist syndrome out of your life through deadlines. Once a deadline is set, say, this is the date that we're doing this. For instance, if you're writing a book and you've been plagued by perfectionism, just fix the day that you want that book to be launched, then send out invitation cards. You will see all this perfectionist syndrome will just fly away. You know that this book must be launched on so date. So you better do what you will do to get it out, and you've overcome the perfectionist syndrome. This is not to say we shouldn't do things in an excellent way. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is perfectionism prevents us from even doing anything at all. We don't want to do anything because we feel it is not yet perfect. And that is a way of not achieving anything. Deadlines will prevent that. Are you plagued with perfectionism? Comment below. I want to see. Share with me how being a perfectionist has prevented you from achieving so many things. If you're not achieving your goals at this moment, if you find it hard to achieve it, other people are achieving their goals and you're not achieving yours, the problem is that perhaps you're lazy. You're always lazy about. Instead of doing what you're supposed to do, perhaps you sleep too much, perhaps you eat too much, perhaps you gist with friends too much, perhaps you watch too much television. You know how to kick laziness out of your life? Deadlines. Just like I was talking about students that wouldn't read until exams start approaching. Why do they start reading when the exam is approaching? Because of deadlines. Dates have been fixed. So if you want to kick laziness out of your life, do so with the power of deadlines. When you fix deadlines, you will write that blog post. When you fix deadlines, for instance, you've told people, hey guys, be on the lookout for my video that will drop on the social date. You've told them the date. So they came to your YouTube channel and they're expecting another video to drop on that date you've promised them. You set a deadline. So what will happen? Laziness is kicked out. Even if you want to sleep, you will kick sleep out because you want to record that video. You have to give them another content. Laziness just stays around us because we've not set deadlines. Once deadlines are fixed, laziness will check out through the window. Another importance of deadline, which is the seventh one, is that deadlines make us to be diligent. There's a difference between being diligent and working hard. A lot of people think diligence and hard work are the same. Yes, they look alike. Their characteristics look similar to an extent. But diligence means you do your homework. You examine the best way to do something before you do it. And once a deadline has been set, it causes you to focus so deeply on something till you have the best way of carrying it out. You do your research. You don't postpone any longer because you know that a deadline has been set. So you want to gather all the resources that will help you achieve it. So it makes you to be diligent. Instead of saying that I will contact this person, I will contact that person, you keep saying I will do it, I will do it. Pick your phone and you contact that person right away. You write the person an email right away. You contact the person right away, or you go and meet the person physically. Why? Because a deadline has been fixed. So deadline causes us to be diligent. So if you want to be diligent, or you've not been diligent up till this moment, you know the reason? You postpone things. You do not set deadlines. You think you will always have the fancy of time. That's why you're not diligent. Once the time has been fixed, or once the deadline has been fixed, you become diligent. I promise you. We're talking about deadlines, how they help us to achieve our dreams, how they help us to make money online, to become better business people, better husbands, better wives, better students. Yes, I love this next step, the next importance of deadline, which is it helps you to overcome excuses. Oh, I hate excuses. Excuses are the enemies of progress. You ask somebody, why didn't you do this? They will have excuses. In fact, I told some of my students many years ago, each time you have an excuse to give, you've signed a form for your failure, taking yourself backwards by many years, days, or months. Why? Because when you keep giving excuses, you have enough reason for not doing what you are supposed to do. So, I do not have excuses for not doing what I'm supposed to do. Why don't you do this? Just say, I'm sorry. I think I've been so lazy. I have to correct that. But when they ask you, why did you come late? You are supposed to resume work 9 o'clock, resume work 8 o'clock. Why did you come late? You have excuses. So excuses prevent progress. So one of the best ways to prevent excuses, you set deadlines. Deadlines. Assuming you are someone that you always go late for church services, you go late for business meetings, you go late for things, set deadlines. It has helped me. My wife always will tell me that, why are you rushing there? What is the problem? Then I'll tell her, I've set a deadline. If a meeting starts 8 o'clock, I'll get there 7. In fact, I've been a conference speaker at so many meetings, and I will get there before even the organizers will get there. I'll get there and I'll be resting, preparing for the meeting. I don't go late. Why? Because I know excuses prevent us from making progress. And when you set deadlines, they help you to overcome excuses. Do you know some people even go late for their weddings? People are in the church waiting for the bride or waiting for the groom, and the groom or bride is nowhere to be found. When the groom finally comes, there will be an excuse. The tailor disappointed. They didn't bring the cake at the right time. The person that is supposed to drive the car did not come on time. Excuses. Then I love some denominations. Once they fix the time to start the wedding, whether the groom is around or not, or the bride is around or not, they can start the wedding service and finish it without the groom or the bride being present, because they set deadlines and they keep to it. So deadlines will help you to overcome excuses. Deadlines will keep you on your toes, not to give excuses again. And guess what? You make progress. Have you heard about this word before? Resourcefulness. I love that word. If you want to know how to be resourceful, please watch this video. In this video, I talked about how to be resourceful, the benefits of being resourceful. Somebody said the problem that many people have is not lack of resources, it is lack of resourcefulness. It is not being resourceful is what makes them not to make progress, not lack of resources. If you look at yourself, you will discover that you have some resources. Then ask yourself, how do you make use of the resources? You keep complaining, you don't have this, you don't have that. But once deadlines are set, you become resourceful very fast. For instance, if your exam date has been fixed, you stop complaining. I don't have this to read. I don't have a room to read. I don't have a library to read. I don't have this to read. All of a sudden, you become resourceful. You start thinking of ways where you can read comfortably, or what you can do to make you read. Or you start thinking about how to get notes, the notes that you've missed. Why? Because a deadline has been fixed. So once a deadline is fixed, people become resourceful. Don't tell me you cannot become resourceful. Don't tell me what you have today cannot get you to where you're going. The reason why you think you do not have enough is because you have not set deadlines. Well, let me round up by saying this. And this is one of the importance of deadlines too. Set deadlines with consequences and rewards. Tell yourself, if I can achieve this, if I can accomplish this will be my rewards. If I can accomplish that, this will be my rewards. I always tell young people when I meet them especially people that are in a relationship, I will ask them, when do you want to get married? I'm talking about people that are dating. When do you want to get married? At times, some of them will tell me, we don't know yet. We've not fixed any time. Then I know that they will not get married. They will scatter everything. 9 times out of 10, people that respond by saying, we don't know yet, we're just going out, they eventually scatter the relationship. They are no longer together. But from day one, you already know that this relationship is leading to marriage. Because of your imperfection as being a human being, you may not hit the nail on the head to beat that date. But because you set the date, you'll be so close to it. You'll be so close to achieving that goal. For instance, if you set your wedding date, if you do not make it July 25th, you will know that you are about 98% prepared or 90% prepared. All you have to do is shift it forward. Why? Because deadlines causes us to become very productive and resourceful. So set rewards for yourself and consequences that if I achieve it, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You can say, I will spend my next vacation traveling abroad. I want to go to the UK. Give yourself rewards. Those rewards will help you to stick with your deadlines. Why? Because everybody loves rewards. Then set consequences that if I do not do this, if I do not beat this thing, this will be the consequences. I'm not going to take this. If I do not beat this deadline, people do not want to miss some fun time. So they want to achieve the goals they've set. They want to achieve the goals they've set because of the deadlines they've set to achieve the goals. Why? Because they don't want to miss the rewards. Now, I want you to comment below. Share with me how you've used deadlines to achieve your goals. Or if you've never set a deadline before, what's your plan of action now that you have heard about the importance of deadlines? Before you go, I want you to subscribe to this channel by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so that each time I upload a new video, you get notified. Go ahead and succeed. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.